The world hardly knows anything about a unique and picturesque land full of contrasts and mysteries. Ukraine. Once upon a time, somewhere among the mountain torrents and boundless plains, where all the roads cross, the first colorful fragments were tessellated in the mosaics of this land. And over hundreds of centuries, every people added a story to fill up this manifold image. Ancient Tripelia settlers enriched it with deep traditions. Nomadic tribes let it feel the universe move. The Slavs turned it into a great cultural center. And Ukrainian Cossacks instilled in it the spirit of freedom. A worldwide center of orthodoxy, Ukraine greets and respects every religion of the planet. A nodal point of science and education, it is surrounded with amazing stories and legends. Here are the cities where architecture is in dialogue with nature, where different styles blend in the capricious combinations of the Middle Ages and Art Nouveau, the Soviet Classicism and Cossack Baroque. The inimitable fusion of cultures, the inevitable coexistence of Eastern and Western mentalities. This is all about Ukraine, an exclusive and exotic land in the very heart of Europe.
On July 16, 1990, Ukraine adopted its Declaration on State Sovereignty. Has the country become truly independent in the past 20 years? Our correspondents in Kiev bring us the details.
Exactly 20 years ago, the Ukrainian Parliament adopted the Declaration on State Sovereignty of Ukraine. It was the first step towards its independence. The document formed the basis of the current constitution.
The atmosphere in the building was brought from the street. Then there were rallies, demonstrations. They were carried out by the People's Movement of Ukraine, Helsinki Union. People saw how many negative things had accumulated in the Soviet Union, and that it was impossible to continue to live that way. We had to find a way out of the situation.
After heated discussions in Parliament over the document, 355 deputies voted for and only 4 were against. Today, those who voted for the declaration are again in the Parliament Hall. They are celebrating the 20th anniversary, along with current members of Parliament and the Cabinet of Ministry. The President delivers his speech from the screen. The Speaker of the Parliament talks from the podium of the Parliament known as Verkhovna Rada. The Speaker said that the legal framework in Ukraine is not at an adequate level, and effective mechanisms for protecting human rights have not yet been established. The first President of Ukraine, Leonid Kravchuk, also made critical remarks, saying that the Verkhovna Rada is not as it used to be. Co-author of the declaration, Stepan Kumara, agrees with this opinion. He argues that one of the main threats to independence in Ukraine is corruption at the highest levels of power. He also argues that economic dependence is hampering the development of the country. Ukrainians don't yet seem comfortable referring to their country as fully independent.